So, today I'm going to take you on a tour through all of these sketchbooks I've built up over many years. I don't actually know how many years or how many sketchbooks. And these are not in chronological order. And some of them will be quite full and some of them will probably have 3 or 4 drawings in them. So some stuff you will have seen and a lot of stuff will be terrible and embarrassing or stuff I won't want you to have seen, and we're going to see it. And it's going to be fun. There is going to be no rhyme or reason to the order in which we see these sketchbooks. I'm literally just going to pull them off one at a time. Maybe what I should do is make a pile, a rough chronological pile, so that at the end of this, I'm slightly more organized. Because the reason I decided to do the sketchbook tour, aside from the fact that I haven't done one in ages or one as comprehensive as this, these are not organized and they have been splayed out in all different areas as you saw at the start of the video. I've just grabbed every sketchbook I've ever owned that I still own and could find today. But as far as learning how to draw goes, it was very much self-teaching and using how to draw books, but I was very limited in the resources I had. It was my school library, and then occasionally I might be able to convince my parents to get like a how to draw book or whatever. But it really was just sort of a lot of self-teaching. But fortunately today, self-teaching is just way more accessible and easy than it ever has been before, which is why I'm really excited that this video is sponsored by Skillshare, because if I had Skillshare then or at any time during my youth, it would have been just so much more guided and comprehensive than I had access to. And you have access to it. You can actually have 2 months of free premium Skillshare if you use the link in the card in the description to go check it out now. Skillshare is an amazing online learning resource and community with over 30,000 classes in illustration, drawing, design, animation, business, and loads more. So whether you're looking to learn new skills or expand upon the skill set that you've been working so hard on over the many years that you've been working on them, Skillshare is a fantastic place to go check out to learn from people who are really experienced. And in fact, I actually have 2 courses on Skillshare myself. One on how to run a YouTube channel, which I think I'm pretty good at this point, if you ask me. And another course on how to present to camera. As you can tell, pretty good at that too. I definitely can vouch for Skillshare. Check it out with a link in the description. Like I said, I don't know what order these are going to be opened up in, but we're just going to bloody open them up and see what happens. This is the first sketch of the day. These are drawings I got friends and family to make. I asked the people in my life who were least trained as artists to draw a face, and I took these faces and put them in my book Fun with Faces ebook on JAZZA'S.com as examples that everyone knows how to draw a face, but not everyone knows how to draw one well. That's an insult, isn't it? Just put them in the book and I'm like, and this is how to draw a crap face. Alright, next. Oh my god, these are the original sketches for Studio 2. So when we got the second studio fundraised back at the old place, this was where I was carefully, incrementally building up the plan on Studio 2. And it ended up exactly as I drew it. That is just so cool. Including lighting plans, where I wanted PowerPoints, how I measured the space out and where doors were going to go, everything. It's all there. This is my latest one. This is the most recent one. There's not going to be much in here. Realism challenge. I actually think that's the only sketch in the sketchbook. That's definitely very recent. This is my travel sketchbook. I need to get more of these, but the fact that it's so thin and light, but also has quite a lot of pages and of a decent thickness makes this my go-to. This one's fun. This is a game I started designing only a couple of years ago. The idea being that you're an elf in Santa's workshop. The idea was it's a VR game, and you're building like death robots to fight other death robots. But you can only use parts of toys. So you're using like little tank wheels and like baby doll heads and little Nerf guns and stuff. I think it's a really cool concept. Oh my god! This is my missionary journal back when I was a Mormon. Yeah! Who wants to get a look at Elder Brooks? There we go. There's the no dumping sign. And then there's the good old adult as ever, Elder Brooks, classy as ever. Wow. Memories. This book contains all of the final sketches and designs from my TV show. And these are the different characters that I made. There's a weightlifting fairy. There's a cool queen. She's on a little skateboard, just like the cool kids ride. Professor Dog. Crazy. Cartoon it up, ladies and gentlemen. On ABC. I don't know when it's on. I think they're doing reruns. I did like a really small TV show with the ABC a couple of years back. It was fun. They're those drawings. Good to have. This is the original V-Artist suit design sketches. Now I think for the most part this sketchbook has thumbnails and work in progress sketches of videos on this channel. There's my spider sonar, bunch of Scribble Challenges from the Arty Games app. There, see, that's from a Scribble. There's Patrick and Squidward. They're having a cuddle. I love you! It's like, yes, go away, Patrick. I love you, Squidward. That's a wizard. Oh no, it's a strange looking fashion designer. This is an eraser only challenge I did on this channel. It's fading. It's lost all of its crispness just because it's all smudged on the page. Just another reminder that everything in life is temporary, and we're all gonna die one day. So enjoy that. Have a lovely day. This is my current video sketchbook. Yeah. All right. Cool. I feel like maybe some of the older stuff is over here. Let's grab some of these and see if we can go back in time a little bit. Oh, I'm sad again. Tabletop time characters from Roguestar. I'm a visual thinker, so whenever I played tabletop games, I had to have a visual for all the NPCs. So whenever we met a new NPC and it became clear we were going to see them around more, I always had to draw them, and whenever we played in-game and they came up, I had to show them so I could sort of see who we were talking to, just because it helps my imagination. That was really fun. It's a little bit of sweet thing because I do want to get back to tabletop timing one day, but obviously this channel takes a lot of work, so we're focusing on that right now, but one day I will get back to it. And those of you who are interested or curious or that seemed pretty cool, I will link to a video in the card in the description, which is a recap of Roguestar Season 1, which includes all of this art and a whole bunch of fan art that retells the whole story if you want to just sit down for 20 minutes and just soak it in nice and quick. Otherwise, you can watch the whole thing through, which will probably take you about like 30 or 40 hours. Good luck. I got this sketchbook from the Met. It was the New York, that museum in New York, okay? I didn't really draw much now. Deadpool, shooting himself in the head. These are sketches I started for an app I'm currently working on. It's in development. It's a bit of a secret. You'll hopefully learn about that by the end of the year. It's very exciting. That's all you're gonna see about that, which is not very much. Until it comes out. Cody the Cocaine Cop was... The idea with Cody was that the frosted donuts were all powdered with cocaine. I guess he took a bite and a sniff all at once. Cheeky Cody. That's Jazza right there. The lightning between the pencils. This one feels pretty hefty. I feel like there's going to be a lot in here. Oh my god! I think it was my first Let's Draw ever. It was a terrible Spider-Man illustration. There was a comment someone pointed out on Twitter that I talk down my own drawings every time, like, oh, say that's a terrible, like I just did just then, like, oh, there's a terrible drawing of Spider-Man. I think their point was it makes people who aren't at the level I'm at feel bad because I'm saying what I did was terrible. That's not the point of that. Like, there isn't a point to it. I guess the reason I do that is because I'm an artist, and artists tend to be very self-critical, and in a way that's a blessing and a curse. The blessing part is I look at that and say, oh, I can draw Spider-Man better now, or I want to draw Spider-Man better, right? So it's a driving force. The curse is you always comparing yourself to others. You don't ever feel satisfied with where you're at. So, you know, it's a win and a loss at the same time. I'm glad that I do that, but at the same time, I do need to learn to look at things and say, hey, that's where I was at. That's really good that I could do that then, and I'm really happy I can do better now. And I guess maybe that's a lesson for this video. If you're not satisfied with yourself, maybe look at them through the eyes of yourself a couple of years earlier. See how you feel then. This is why I don't really do sketchbook tours, because they're so inconsistent. Like, I'll be flicking through, I'll be like, oh yeah, there's some really cool like character design, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's Baymax as drawn with my feet. Oh, this one's a foot drawing too. I colored this with my feet too. These are the original final character designs for my animation, The Tale Teller. There is a real shame when it comes to YouTube content that is beyond YouTubers' control, and that is the fact that the algorithm demands quantity and doesn't really reward quality. And The Tale Teller is one of those things that I spent 10 months on with the help of a dozen other people to make happen. Background artists, musicians, and all this stuff for one animation that's about 8 to 10 minutes long. And it's one of the pieces of content on this channel I'm most proud of. I mean, that's 10 months of work that resulted in something I'm really proud of, but was a real financial problem for us because we lost a lot of money on it and a lot of time working on it. By contrast, just in the last week, I've released videos that on average get more views than this video has gotten over the 2 years that it's been out. Like, it's crazy. And a lot of those videos were made in 2 to 3 days. But Tale Teller for me was an itch I wanted to scratch, and I scratched it, and I don't actually really want to do a big animation like that for a very long time. because that was pretty soul-crushing, I'll be honest. But it's a piece of content I'm really proud of, so I'll link that into the card in the description too. This is my sketch of the mural behind me. I think we pretty much nailed it. That's me hitting myself on the head with a sledgehammer. I don't think that was for a video. I think a fan asked me to recreate that for them, and I did. So now you can enjoy it too. It's actually a moment on this channel. That was on the mini Etch-a-Sketch video. Hit myself in the head with a sledgehammer. Let's show that right now. There's a lot of illustrations in here from drawing tutorials I've done on this channel. And there are people from time to time who ask when I'm going to do another tutorial or if I'm ever going to do them ever again. The answer is, frankly, I've done them. Like, I've done a lot of them. There are hundreds of tutorials on this channel, and there are a couple of reasons I don't do them anymore. One is I'm bored of doing them, and in doing them and covering the things I feel capable of covering, I'd be going over the same things again. And then the other thing is, as my channel's grown, there's more attention on the channel and what I'm doing, which also means there's more criticism on the things that I get a little bit wrong, or if I'm not the most qualified person to teach a thing. It ended up making me just sort of feel self-conscious and a bit crappy anytime I made one of those videos. So I think all those things combined just leave me not actually wanting to make them. So I hope that clarifies why I don't do tutorials anymore. But this channel has gone through a lot of evolution over the years, and I guess in a video like this, when we're looking back over a lot of the things I've done, whether it be tutorials or Let's Draws or character designs and things like that, it's not that I'll never ever do them again, but if there's something I think I know about myself, is I like to move on. And I like to try new things and try bigger things. Oh my god, big Deadpool versus chibi Deadpool. Deadpool's fun to draw. What was that for? Why did I draw Rick Astley in like... Can you hear that? I think we're finally getting to a place where we're going back in time, because I know these are my old, larger sketchbooks. 2005. That's 14 years. I must have been 16 when I drew that. It's pretty good, except for the anatomy's a bit off in places. The only stuff like that I would notice now that I've learned, there will be people who look at that and think, oh, the anatomy's fine. There will be people who look at that and think, again, more Dungeons and Dragons NPCs. Bloody love it. These are the original character designs from the character in The Composer, an animation I did on my old YouTube channel. Oh my god, these are the storyboards for the whole animation. So I designed the character and then I just did the storyboards for the animation in this sketchbook. That's so cool. Again, I'll link to this video in the description if you want to see what this ended up being, The Composer. Oh, then there's a poopy dog. There's a dog doing poo, and then also down here there's a dog doing a wee, and there's the butthole of the dog doing a wee right there. There are people who watch this channel that think I'm acting more immature or less family friendly or something. Let me just flash back to the footage we just got earlier in this video of me taking a dump on my own chest as a Mormon missionary. Elder Brooks, classy as ever. I was a bad Mormon. Whoa! Speaking of Mormons, this was Elder Brooks' sketchbook. Apparently that's how I saw myself, when in reality, I looked a little more like this. Elder Brooks, classy as ever. Elder Brooks' sketchbook. What did I draw when I was a Mormon missionary? The kid picking his nose with his pants falling down. Sounds about right. Merry Christmas from Elder Brooks. It's like another life. For those of you who don't know, I used to be a Mormon. I left the church when I was 21. I have nothing against the church or anything like that. It just wasn't my thing. But hey, it was a chapter in my life, and this is how I used art and creativity in that period of my life. I never let it go, no matter what I was doing, because it's who I am. This one's unfinished. As you can see, this is before I had much confidence drawing women. So I'll put one there. I'll put one right at the back there. That counts as drawing a girl. I was very unconfident drawing female figures and faces and all this stuff. So that was something I had to apply myself and try and learn. And that was that chapter. That was about there. Lucky last, but hopefully not least. Again, a whole bunch of roleplay characters, game design, characters and maps. And I think that about does it. That's the full tour. That is every sketchbook I own or have ever drawn in since I was 15 years of sketchbooks. Let's bring them back up here in more chronological order now. You ready? There we have it. These are my oldest. These are mostly the channel ones, and then these are my current ones. And I hope you have enjoyed our little tour through my sketchbook history. It's varied, but I feel like pretty accurately reflects my mental state through all of my creativity. Whatever I feel like doing at the time, and with a lot of love and fun behind it. Elder Brooks, classy as ever. Now, speaking of having a lot of fun, if you want to learn something I love is Skillshare, which I can highly recommend to you, and you can check it out for 2 months for free. They've sponsored this video. I love their service. You can go watch 2 months of premium content, unlimited. You can soak in 1,000 courses in that 2 months if you have enough free time, and learn a huge amount, get involved in class projects, get feedback from your teachers and fellow students over on Skillshare at your own pacing, in your own timing. Find teachers that you love to learn from, and you can discover new skills and things to do that you never thought you were capable of. So a huge thank you, of course, to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and a huge thank you to you for watching it. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you have any thoughts or feelings on the weird and wonderful things I've shown you, please leave them in the comments below. Now, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe to Draw with Jazza for more fun with art and creativity, whether it be drawings or sculptures or animations or challenges or whatever it is. It's just going to be creative and fun, and I love it, and I hope you do too. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Check out the other videos over there. That's it for now, and until next time, I'll see you later.